everybody. My name is Micho. This is Planet Zoo Console Edition. We've never played this game before. We are gonna continue on with the tutorials here. Medium. And let's see what happens. Okay.
Welcome to Madagascar. It's quite the change of scenery from dreary old England, huh? Apart from the weather, I suppose. They don't call these places rainforests for nothing. The zoo you'll be working in is an ape sanctuary, where we're doing vitally important conservation work. Not just for apes, but for all kinds of species. But apes, well, apes are some of the closest relatives to humans there are. And yet, the way the world treats them is like, well, very much like some of us treat our actual relatives. Anyway, that's why I'm determined that our operation here does some good. If we can all leave some part of the world in a better state than we found it, we'll have lived lives worth living. And speaking of states, I have a horrible feeling I left the house in the right one. When I get back, I expect my life won't be worth living at all.
Okay.
What do you think of Madagascar, then? Bit warm for my taste, to be honest. Anyway, this is Bernie's primate sanctuary. It's not just primates, though. We've got all sorts of animals.
Soldier.
Red ruffed lemurs are found in the rainforests of Masuala. That's in northeast Madagascar. They can actually live anywhere from 15 up to 25 years. Fancy that, eh? Okay, when you're ready, let's go find our Bornean orangutans. The Bornean orangutan is such a marvellous creature. They're always a big favourite at any zoo they feature in, and they're also the biggest tree-dwelling animal on the planet. Assuming you don't count any lions that got stuck up one. Why don't you take a better look at them? Open up their information panel and go into the animal camera. Aren't they just incredible? When you're ready, let's go and have a look-see at some of our beautiful bonobos. They're quite the characters.
Bonobos.
Oh, dear. It looks like we've arrived just in time. One of the habitat's barriers has collapsed. And wouldn't you know it, one of the bonobos has made a run for it. We'll need to catch them. But before we do, we should box up the other bonobos to stop them escaping too. Select the habitat boundary to bring up the habitat information panel. Good. Now open the Animals tab.
Now open the Animals tab?
Box up the remaining bonobos with box all animals.
Okay.
Now, we'll need a vet to recapture that escaped bonobo, but it seems our last one left to do some research in the wild. Not an ideal situation. So, we'll need to hire a replacement sharpish. Go into the staff tab of the browser. You can find all of your staff in here, but there's no time to go looking at their particulars at the moment. Hire a vet. Great. Now let's deal with our escapee before they can cause too much havoc. Use the animal alert to jump to the escaped bonobo.
Okay, where do I get that? The animal alert.
Then press call vet to... Yep, you guessed
it.
Call the vet over to capture it.
He's out just doing a ruckus.
Okay, that's a relief. So while the vet deals with our bonobo friend, let's go fix up their habitat so they can't escape again. Head back over there.
A barrier.
As you can see, the barrier's collapsed. Someone's taken their eye off the ball, obviously. Let's get this one replaced. Select the barrier and then we'll edit it. Delete the broken section of barrier and replace it with a brand spanking new one.
How do we delete it? Delete.
Good.
Oh.
Now that we've done that, we need to make sure to add climb-proof barriers to the top. That way the bonobos won't be able to climb out. Just make sure you've got the correct piece of barrier selected when you do that.
How do I do that?
Okay, so go into the options section and select which side the climb-proof barrier needs to go on. And don't get it wrong. We're more worried about bonobos climbing out than guests climbing in. Nicely done. And I think it's high time we unboxed those bonobos, wouldn't you say? The poor mites will get sad if we leave them in there for too long. Select the habitat barrier to bring up the habitat information panel again.
Hire two mechanics.
So, it turns out that as well as the old vet leaving, the zoo's mechanics did too. We'll need to hire a couple of new ones so we can help stop any more breakouts. You see, mechanics do all sorts of helpful things around the zoo, but one of their most important jobs is taking care of the habitat barriers. Without mechanics around to repair them, the barriers will crack, crumble, and fall down. And before you know it, we'll be overrun with escaped animals. Head into the staff tab of the browser again. Oh, gosh, we have been busy, haven't we? Good work there. I'm off for a cuppa. Oh, I think Bernie wants a word with you.
Well, break Bernie. Where are we going?
Oh, I hear you had a bit of an issue with an escaped bonobo. The main thing is that you dealt with it swiftly. And more importantly, without the animal stealing someone's clothes, putting them on, and then walking out of the front gate.
You see, another key responsibility for our vets is animal research. Researching animals allows vets to unlock new enrichment items, additional information for our education resources, enhanced breeding programs, and improvements to food quality. Oh, the animals' food, not the vets. It'll take more than a research grant to improve the staff canteen. Anyway, as you can see, research is a key part of running your zoo. In order for a vet to undertake research, they require a research centre. And once again, that's something that this zoo is missing. So let's build one. I've marked out an area for you to put it.
Okay. Oh, shit. Josie.
Now, you've probably noticed that there's already a building where I want you to build the research centre. Don't worry. You see, the building that's currently there is actually a hollow shell, so we're able to place our new building inside of it. If you select the research centre for placement and then hover over the shell, you'll see that it asks if you want to add the research centre to the existing building.
Place the research center.
Now, select the building to add it to it. Oh, but that won't place it just yet, though. First, we'll need to rotate our research centre so it automatically connects to the path when we place it. Right. Splendid work. Now that we have a brand spanking new research centre, we can give our vets something to do in there. Oh, by the way, it's worth noting that the vets will only do research when they're not required to do any other jobs. That said, you can change what jobs a vet does via their information panel. But let's not worry about that just now.
Okie dokie.
So, let's get our vet researching ring-tailed lemurs. Pop open the access menu, head into
Okay.
Zoo Management, then go to the
Access.
vet research section.
Find We switch here. Oh. Oh. What do I want to do? Vet research
Here, you
there.
can see a list of all the animals present in your zoo, and also all of the potential diseases that can occur.
Cockroaches.
Now,
Okay, we got
assign your vet
hippopotamus
the
here.
ring-tailed lemur to start their research.
Where's the mandrill? What? Giant tiger land snail. Choose a vet.
Actually, thinking about it, I'm not sure we've got any education
Okay.
boards or speakers by the lemur's habitat. Let's head over there and add some, so our guests can learn all about the furry little delights. First off, let's pop down 2 education boards. Place them on the habitat barriers at a height that guests can see, or, if you like, pop them down on a stand.
Oh. Oh, I see. I see. What was it? Habitats, nature, facilities. Nope. Nope, not that either. Memorial plaque. Jesus. How,
And from the drop-down list, select ring-tailed lemur. Although I'm sure that last part was obvious. When you link an education board or a speaker to an animal, you need to make sure that said animal is close by. If it isn't, the guests will get confused and won't learn as much. Okay, now that they've been put into position, we have to tell them what animal to display information about. Select one of the education boards to bring up its information panel. Fantastic! Oh, it's worth remembering that education boards and speakers both need power to work. They won't do much good without it. Oh, it looks as though our vet has completed their research on ring-tailed lemurs. We'll need to collect the results. Head back into the vet research area to take a look at their findings.
Well, it's gonna be upside down, I guess. Collect your research points. Come back here.
Collect your research rewards.
Okay,
Just so
awesome.
you know, vets will continue to research an animal even after successfully completing a research level. I suppose when you're in the zone, you're in the zone.
Satisfy the
Well,
ring-tailed.
now that we've enriched the lives of our guests, let's enrich the lives of our ring-tailed lemurs.
So, welfare.
Some animals, like
Enrichment.
lemurs, will have a climbing need. That means they have a requirement for a certain amount of climbing space. And you can fulfill that requirement by building them a climbing frame. Let's find out how much more climbing space our lemur friends need, shall we? Select one of them and bring up their information panel. Next, pop over to the Terrain tab.
Okay. Space.
Now,
We
as you
need
can see,
a
the
little bit
lemurs
more.
need quite a lot more climbing space. But as it happens, I've already got a climbing frame blueprint built for you. So you can either pop that down or build one yourself from scratch. By the way, it's not always just climbing needs that you have to worry about. Other animals might need a certain amount of water in their habitat so they can go for a swim. They certainly do keep us on our toes. Oh, that's a great climbing frame for them. They're going to absolutely love it. Do you know what would make them even happier, though? Nicer food.
Sneeze
But
there.
that's true of all of us, though, isn't it?
Excuse me.
You can
Wow.
unlock better quality food for animals through research. Luckily, we've already unlocked some for the lemurs, so all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on. Let's bring up the habitat information panel by selecting the lemur habitat.
Okay. How do I select the habitat? No.
Lovely. Now select the Animals tab.
Animals tab.
There we go.
Lemur.
As you can see, we can set the food quality in here. Just open the drop-down menu and select Grade 2 Food Quality. Grade 2 Food Quality. My mouth's watering already. So, a new climbing frame and better
Let's see what we're gonna
food.
build here.
Oh, you've really spoilt those lemurs rotten. Now, I think it's time we looked at one of the zoo's most important responsibilities.
Which is
Releasing
what?
animals into the wild.
Nice. I
You
feel
see,
that.
when we feel an animal is ready, we can release them into the wild. But what makes an animal a good candidate for release? Well, their age is an important factor. I mean, we can't release an animal that's a juvenile, just as we can't release one that's gotten too old. They'll also need to be fertile. After all, the idea is to repopulate the wild, so the best candidates will have a high fertility gene. And together, the age and fertility of a candidate will determine how many conservation credits we'll be rewarded when we release them. Now, Conservation credits are vitally important. They're the lifeblood of your zoo.
Continue
Because
playing mouse
earning
and
them
keyboard or
allows you
reconnect.
to adopt even more animals. And what's more, the animals you can adopt will be of a higher quality. So, with that in mind, let's pop over to our orangutan habitat.
Okay.
I'd like you to find Agang, the Bornean orangutan, in the habitat and select him, please. You can go through each orangutan in turn or select the habitat barrier, go to the animals tab in the habitat information panel and find him in the animals list.
I cannot undo this. Alright,
I know it's sad to see him
Agang.
go, but he'll be happy out in the wild. And he's a wonderful candidate for release. Young, strong and
Locate the
fertile.
highlighted area.
Excellent work there. You've definitely got potential, you know.
Do I not?
Ah, I see you've been doing some homework. Although it hardly seems like work when you're learning about something as adorable as a ring-tailed lemur. I imagine I'd have got much better grades at school if there'd been less algebra and more aldebra. Tortoises.
Aldabra. Where you at?
Okay, so far we've done a lot of work with habitat animals, but now it's time to learn all about exhibit animals. Let's build a brand new exhibit. I've marked an area for our new exhibit. How about we head over there? Lovely. Now let's build a new exhibit in the gap that's been left. Just add it to the building like we did with the research centre earlier, then pop it into the gap.
Alright, hold on. So facilities, exhibits are here. Exhibits are here. Finding zoo exhibit. Which one? Is that the one I want? Um. Okay.
Perfect. The next thing to do is adopt an exhibit animal to go in there. How about a Gila monster?
I'm
Open
down
up
for a
the
Gila
exhibit
monster.
trading section and adopt one.
Animals. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one.
Just as we do with habitat animals, we need to send the Gila monster to the exhibit. Select the exhibit to send it there.
And enrichment.
When you send an animal to an exhibit, it'll automatically be given the correct setup. But that doesn't mean it's completely ready for them. So let's finish it off. We'll start by adding some enrichment items. Head over to the exhibit's information panel.
Okay. Operational.
Good. Now open the Layout tab.
Layout tab. Layout enrichment.
Oh, well, it looks like we've only got the enrichment level 1 items unlocked at the moment. Never mind, let's turn on at least one of them for the Gila monster.
Oh, we're gonna do all three.
As I'm sure you know by now, you can unlock more enrichment levels by having one of your vets do some research. Now, we'll also need to set the temperature and humidity in the exhibit. These are vitally important for keeping our Gila monster happy and comfortable. Open the Climate tab. Here, you can see the Gila monster's desired temperature and humidity. You can change both of these by adjusting the dials below. Make sure it's going to be nice and cozy.
There's 20s.
There's also an exhibit education board. Pop them down near your exhibits to teach your guests about them. Let's add one now.
Education boards. Education board. Education boards. angle.
Lovely stuff. Now our guests can learn all about our venomous friend here. Right, now, I've got a bit of a big job for you. I need you to increase the number of species in the zoo. You'll probably want to adopt both habitat and exhibit animals to do so, which will mean building plenty of new habitats and exhibits for them. Go on, off you pop. I'll check in with you when you're almost done.
I want to make this something. So we're going to use the terrain. We're going to use the terrain, so we're going to build a barrier. Thick glass. Let's make it all out of thick glass. Yeah, this go this way. We're going to give it this whole space over here. All right. And for here, this path is going to be, we want a staff path. Oh, fucking shit. Staff path. Yes, path. We are going to just yeah. What is that? Wood? Not that wood. This wood. Hmm. Alrighty. What can we put in here? Don't know. Probably for a few different animals. A tapir. A mandrill. Ooh, we can put mandrills in here. What can they live with? What is this? This is with others. Okay, I don't want that animal then. Animal market. I guess we can make this a whole chimpanzee. Other species. So I guess we can put it. Um, you know what? I think we should do exhibit management. I think we should do some exhibits. Let's see. Like I'm gonna put 2 exhibits right here. Facilities. Let's see. Exhibit. Let's build this up. No snap. I'm trying to figure out where to put this thing. Where's a good place to put this thing? Sonny. Oh, okay, that is a staff. Okay. So what if I just do like one exhibit then? Facilities. Exhibit. What if I just put one? That much room. Huh. Well, if I'm being honest with you guys, this game is, I don't know if I'm gonna finish this for today. It's just floating right there. I'm gonna do a little messing around with this, get a little bit better at playing it, and then hop on this again, or maybe not even do a live stream, just kind of edit the video. But for now, guys, until next time, this is your boy Micho signing off. Only 30 minutes, 40 minutes of gameplay, but that's all right. Sorry I couldn't finish this. Give me a couple days, and I'll be right back to it.